Hey, Shalom, Shalom, call Lali, Habashim, Shabbat, Shem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles at the S. Great millstone, of course. Salutations to the elect throughout the four corners, men, women, and children that believe are the 1/3. Meditating on this precept, just going over the basics. It's just a lot of meat on these scriptures. Then the more we live and the more we go through different things, in our lives, these scriptures just come to life more and more. So, just been playing the church, I'm going to say this. We know Christianity is off. The doctrine, who the Lord died for, the nukes, the deep things. But, I've been playing some Christian sermons. And they bring out a lot of pointers. Because, a lot of times brothers hit over the prophecies, the nukes, stuff like that. But a lot of pointers they touch on, like pertaining to the scriptures that are relevant, that we may overlook. So the Lord said, be not ignorant of no knowledge, small or great. But it says, Matthews, though, I want to touch on this. Bless them that curse thee, right? And pray for those that despitefully use you, right? So, this is a part of yahawashi that most men won't wear or put on. And not to say if you don't do this, you're not a man of the Lord. But this shows strength. This shows character. This shows perseverance. So, it says, do good to them that hate you. Now, it ain't talking about Esau and the other nations. It's talking about fellow Israelites. Then some brothers argue it's talking about Israelites and the doctrine. But I come to find out, maybe it's my personal walk, so it's not 100%. A lot of brothers that got the doctrine, they niggas. Not a lot, but some brothers that got doctrine, they niggas. They break down all the scriptures. But when it comes to loving your brother, they niggas. And not a lot, but it's some brothers that don't know the deep things, like the mark of the beast and this and that. But they good brothers. So, who gets saved? The dude that was teaching the right thing but shitting on his brother? Or the dude that insincerely wasn't teaching the right thing but showed love to his brother? Let the Lord be the judge. I heard brothers say, fuck both of them. Some brothers, that was a good question, but some brothers like, man, fuck both of them, right? So, do good to those that hate you. That is like another level of strength in the Lord. To do good to a brother that hates you. Because now it's not like you praying for them. Because praying is words, right? And we in this flesh. And praying is powerful. But it's just like, I got to do good to them that hate you. So now that's an action. Like, give them some money or do this, do that, do this, do that. And this particular person hates you. But you still do right by them. And then it says, pray for those that despitefully use you. We put up prayers all the time, but to be used by somebody. Now we I think it says misuse you, right? So I'm in the whip right now, so this kind of like impromptu is on my spirit. Just kind of like going with the flow, so bear with me. So for somebody that use you, misuse you. Because we all need to be used, right? We all here for a purpose. If you can't be used, like, what the fuck you around for? Like, what are you doing here? Right? But when you misuse or mistreated, especially by someone who you thought was genuine, that shit hurts. That's the most painful feeling in the world. Why you think them niggas in the streets go crazy with that no snitching shit? Because snitching is not somebody looking out the window telling on you. A civilian. Snitching is when two men that love each other do a crime. One get caught and one don't. And you tell on your friend that got caught for a lesser charge to save your own ass. When you knew y'all both was in it for the benefit of your families. Hypothetically speaking. That's snitching. And that is dishonorable. But if I'm looking out the window and I see you kill somebody and me as a civilian call up, that ain't snitching. Maybe you be like, you need to mind your business, but that's not snitching. Snitching is a dishonorable street code amongst friends that one go to the devils to get a bargain, to rat on the other, to smoke him. Now that's dishonorable. But pray for them that despitefully and despite, meaning it was a motive, it was driven by something, use you. You gotta still pray for them, right? Even if there might be times you don't want to, but you still gotta do it. And I was meditating like, damn. It was this wise saying I ran across. It says, revenge is for the weak, forgiveness is for the strong. And to have the ability to ignore is for the intelligent or the wise. Because if you could ignore somebody and block them out, even though they bothering you, you very, like, you got control over your feelings. Just like you got the hiccups. There's allergies, hiccups. There's always something, right? But you got control over your feelings and situations, right? And you deal with it accordingly and properly. So pray for them. When you dig into that, pray for them that despitefully use you. Normally, if you don't pray for them and you hold a grudge, it's in our law. Thou shalt not hold a grudge against thy neighbor. I think Leviticus 19, if I'm not mistaken. When you hold a grudge, that shit is like grabbing a hot coal, holding it, waiting and throwing it at somebody else. Even if you throw it at them, eventually that shit, hot coal, gonna burn a hole through your fucking hand. So vengeance is really not the key. Because really, if you're a servant of the Lord going to take vengeance if that person don't repent. Right? Because just because you forgive somebody, that don't mean the Lord will. Right? The Lord will be like, all right, you did what you're supposed to do. But this individual, I'm going to send judgment upon them. So a lot of times people want your energy back. They want you to give into them or give into what they doing, right? And when you don't give into them, like, nah, you got it. You got that. You need me to do what? You do it. You're like, man, spirits on that brother. And you pray for him. That is going to strengthen you, because that is some stressful shit to do. Because us as men, you're like, man, fuck that. I ain't doing that. That's some sucker shit. But this is parts of yahawashi that I'm telling you, this is a whole new level of yahawashi. A whole new level. Because this is a form of faith too, though. Because you like, yo, maybe the brother got spirits on him. Maybe he don't know what he doing. Maybe he don't know what he's saying. You know what? I ain't gonna say nothing. I'ma just forgive him. I ain't gonna tell nobody. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'ma just forgive him. So now, whether you choose to be around that brother, or these type of people, whether they in the truth or in the world, right? It's up to you. Really, it's up to the Lord what spirit He put on you. But in able to act that out, you become stress tolerant, and then what? Eventually you become bulletproof. You become like a juggernaut. So now when people do shit that hurt you, you kind of like laugh at it. Like, nah, you can't hurt me. You only hurting yourself. The Lord said what? Your own wickedness shall correct you. That's why it's good to examine ourselves. Your own wickedness shall correct you. Because we serve a true and living power. So it's just like, yo, fuck what somebody else is doing. You still do right by your yahawashi. And no matter how, like that DMX shit, no matter how hard it rain, I'm ready to meet him. Because where I'm living ain't right. Black hate white, white hate black. It's right back. That dark and hell is hot shit. That shit went hard. Yeah. No matter. What if he trying to kill me? Thou shalt not take my name in vain. No matter how hard it rain, withstand the pain. And what pain can actually come? Death. So what if somebody kill you? They send you back to the Lord. Death is a good thing compared to this world we in. You back with the Father. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. So if you really, really in this truth, you don't really look at death and be like petrified of it. Now, nobody wants to die when you really think about it, but at the end of the day, you're like, yo, I believe in the Lord. I've been laboring. Lord willing, I'm good. You know what I mean? Even when Esau died, ain't no hell, so it's like, whatever. We don't fear death. Right, so, yeah, man, back to the basics. Blessed be those, be the peacekeepers. They say that too in 5 and 11, Matthews. But yeah, when somebody, Eve do this a lot. When somebody like purposely fucking with you, or purposely trying to get you mad, or somebody wronged you, yeah, man, just forgive them. Because when you forgive them, you help yourself move on. You ain't holding no grudge, which is against our law. And you help yourself move on. And the shit they wronged you about was an eye-opener. Really, they helped you. It's all about perspective. They was a vessel to get you to look at certain things in a different light so you can make certain corrections. So really, could you really be mad at them? Do you gotta take accountability? Sometimes, you was given warning signs, but you ignored them. But at the end of the day, when you pray for those that hate you, well, you do good to those that hate you, and you pray for those who despitefully use you, misuse you. That's another level of yahawashi. A whole nother level. Which the average brother can't wear or put on. Because people are me creatures. Me, 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 me. So, when you able to do that, and maybe not the first time, but this is such an exercise that you don't need to do it 20 times to gain strength. Just do it like 3 times. 2-3 times. And you're going to feel indestructible in the spirit. So the shit that Satan throw at you got to be like high level. Because shit is just going to like bounce off of you. For real. It's a wise saying. He who angers you controls you. Especially Eve, right? Eve do a lot of shit to get under your skin. Just to see if they got the power to shift your emotions. Don't give nobody that power. Stay silent in yahawashi. Shalom.